friends, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time, please let this not be your last. Kindly subscribe, turn on notifications so that you get notified when next we are uploading a new content. This very special vlog is about the funeral and burial program of my grandma who passed on the 2nd of March 2025. Yeah, that date has become a very significant day in my life as I lost someone that was very dear to me. So we started off with the burial preparations, and the funeral and burial was slated to happen on the 28th and 29th of March. As you can see, we headed up to the village in Banga Bakundo to make preparations against her funeral and burial. Here is the wake keep at the family compound in Banga Bakundo. Villagers gathered to celebrate my grandma who died at the age of 100 years. Yes, 100 years. Grandma was such a matriarch. As you can see from the video, this was the wake keep. We were all together. My brothers, my sisters, my family, we gathered to celebrate her. You can see how my sister was really dancing in this particular time. You could see it was about 3 a.m. in the morning before she was removed from the morgue. So it was such an amazing time for us all as we hope and pray we tap into the grace she stayed into this life. Grandma lived such an amazing life and she was our icon and role model. Please, I want to use this opportunity to say thank you to everyone that reached out to me during this difficult moment. Some of you must have noticed that I have not been able to upload content since March because of this particular death. It hit me so hard because my grandma was one of the most important person in my life. Before I proceed, I would like to state here that I own no right to any background song or music that is playing throughout this vlog. So this was about 4 a.m. in the morning. Everyone was still very active and just so in the mood of celebration while equally mourning the loss of such a matriarch. You can see everyone dancing and waiting for the day to come so we can all receive grandma in a grand style. My elder brother was not left behind. You can see him, how he was taking the moves. The DJ was just playing just what the villagers wanted, and equally my brother decided to join them in the dancing. It was really a wonderful scene to behold. Like everyone stayed awake, no one slept. The next day morning, which was the burial day proper, the Deba Women Cultural Association went to the road to receive their pioneer founder. Yes, grandma was the founder of this prestigious association. So the bus that carried grandma corpse all the way from Limbe, as they received the news that it was approaching Banga Bakundo, they all went to the road to welcome their pioneer coordinator. As you can see them in their numbers singing in the dialect and dancing. I can tell you all that grandma's spirit was really pleased with these women because they went all out to welcome and receive their founder. You could see them singing and dancing while waiting for the bus to come, and the bus was openly behind them. They were just singing, dancing, and that's it. At this juncture, they had to remove grandma's corpse from the bus in order for it to be taken to the compound. You can see how my brothers and other well-wishers climbed on the bus to ensure that the casket is well taken care of, and they started proceeding with the casket to where she will be laid and later on buried here in the village in Bangabakundu. Grandma was a very wonderful woman, and everything that happened during her burial was well crafted. Everyone was just so celebrating her and remembering the wonderful things she did for people. Also, we were to have mass. The deacon and other Christians were already in the compound waiting for the corpse so that it can be laid for viewing and later on mass before it will be finally laid to rest. As you can see, this is where grandma corpse was placed and was later on opened for mourners to view, and after which burial proper. At this juncture, it was one of the most difficult moments for me, watching my grandma lying lifelessly. She might have lived a century, but that does not in any way make me not to wanna mourn her. Immediately after the corpse was laid in the family compound, we gave the mourners 30 minutes to view the corpse, after which mass commenced. Immediately after mass was burial, the casket was taken to the gravesite just in front of the compound. Grandma was to be buried just beside her husband. So the deacon and other Christian community members and family members gathered to see how grandma will be lowered to Mother Earth. Yet again, another heartwarming moment for my family and I. After the deacon performed the burial rite at the grave, according to Catholic tradition, we were all called to come and say our last goodbyes to grandma, which we did individually. And when it was my turn, I came up, I said what I had to say, and grandma was buried by the youth in the quarter.
Me hungry so that we fit be able to continue the things the way you live am. Not about grand cargo. And say all thing wey we don always tell you about, may you bless me so that we fit be able to achieve am. As we don go so mami, go with all our tears dem and our pain dem. Thank you for your love wey you show me. We love you mami. Bye bye.
Bye bye, mommy. Bye bye. Bye bye.
At this point, grandma has been buried and it was time for tradition to take its full course. You will see how the masquerades had to dance to ensure that our ancestors could take grandma and be with her. To everyone that has stick with me up to this time in this video, I wish to say my heart goes out for you. Thank you for the support, and I am so grateful for sticking with me. Also, I want you to know that your support does not go unnoticed. At this juncture, it was a family turn to do some rituals and perform what they had to do on top of grandma's grave. You can see my mothers, fathers, brothers and sisters dancing and celebrating grandma. And here is grandma's only surviving sister, like the only one that is left in the lineage of my grandmother. She was equally dancing and looking for her sister. Culturally, that's how it's been done. So that's a ritual she was performing here. While the other kept on dancing and praying that our ancestor gladly received grandma. At this juncture, we had to perform the last ritual, which is the shaving of our hair before departing. We shaved our hair and we departed. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and until our next video, remain blessed.